everyone, and welcome to my Welcome to my cinnamon lab, where today we're going to combine cinnamon with many different treats and flavors to create the ultimate golden experience. Well, I guess it's more orange cinnamon, to be fair. And I don't really mind this wordo. I've started calling them wordos. It's a new phrase that I'm coining, and I really hope it kicks off. It's like a typo, but obviously a wordo. So if you guys, whenever you misspeak, if you could call it a wordo, get the word out as I walk into that shot like an absolute genius, then I think we can actually make it happen. And in many years from now, when it's accepted in the English language and I win the Nobel Prize for Best Word Invention, we can all know that we did this together. And that's truly important. But I really do like cinnamon. And I don't know if it's that I like cinnamon or I like the things that cinnamon comes on. For example, churros are like one of the best foods in the goddamn world. And oftentimes they have cinnamon on them. But I don't know if it's the sum is greater than the whole of its parts, or the correct way to say that expression, or if there's something deeper and dark, well, not really darker. I doubt there's a great cinnamon conspiracy, although that would be fantastic. The secret cinnamon underground. Ooh. Brilliant. So we're going to get a little bit of unity, and obviously you notice that we grabbed ourselves a little bit of a ipecac to start things off, which is very, very nice, don't get me wrong. We're also going to preemptively get a little bit of sharp plug all up in here, and some wafer and some salt. We're basically getting our defensives on for now, and that should about do it for the I'm also going to grab just a tiny little bit of cancer. You know, not a crazy amount, just one patch. And that should do it for us. Because we've not really had something... Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I knew it! I did wonder where the sound was, but now I rescued it in my stone scientist form. Which is, of course, the best kind of scientist in the entire world. So tell me, do you like cinnamon? Or are you really, really wrong? That's what I need to know. But apart from that, how you been doing? How's your day? You been having a good one? Not gotten into any fights recently? And if you did, please tell me the other guy is at least hospitalized. Otherwise, you're just gonna have to fight him again. Don't actually take this advice. I don't want to be responsible for a sleuth of people in hospital. But at the same time, how many opportunities do you get in life to be like, I'm the one that hospitalized them all? You know, it's still bad. Objectively, I'd rather not. But, you know, it's at least a rarity. And I think that's the important thing. I mean, is it worth being known for something bad but still impressive? Or not being known for anything at all? That's the real question you got to ask yourselves if you are thinking about picking up a, well, let's just say a less than wholesome lobby. Lobby? Hobby, not lobby. I mean, you're free to design lobbies if you want, if that's your career. Come on! Like, seriously? Two hosts, kill them, turns into a mushroom. I mean, that was a great sentence, actually, if you had no idea what I was talking about. So I walked into a room, and there was a demon fighting me. I shot it with explosive medicine, at which point, right, this rock turned into a giant skull with a fleshy undercarriage that popped up and fired at me. So I exploded that too, but then a mushroom appeared out of nowhere and started squirting blood. I love describing situations in Isaac like that. I really, really do. So, here we are on the next floor, and we're going to try and turn it up just a little bit. And the question is, what do I want next? Alright, well, we'll lay more of the groundwork, because this one's going to come together quite quickly. But it's a lot of fun, and it's quite the little sort of light explosion. Not really a light show, and not really a light explosion in terms of opposite of heavy, but it is going to be bright and a lot of fun, and that's what I like to see. So we're going to make ourselves really, really teeny tiny, and then on top of that, we're going to acquire a little bit of, well, hanging ourselves. That works fantastic, and go on then. We'll get, yeah, go on then, like you're there going, please, Rage, can I have some more? Go on then. We'll get ourselves a bit of cross tiers going in, because we do ultimately need them, and I think that is important, yes, indeed. So, in terms of how I'm doing, thanks for asking, I just had I wonder how long I can hold my breath session. And look, you may initially look at me like, oh, I hope you're not looking at me. It would be weird if you're actually able to see me right now, and I'd like to request that you stop. Ooh, that would have been a good item room if this was a normal run. But no, I refuse to accept, right, that any of you have ever been in a situation, maybe you've been in the bath, maybe the shower, a swimming pool, and I bet at one point you've gone, I'm gonna need to time how long I can hold my breath. No, I need to know this information, and I don't know when it's gonna be tangibly useful. I'm not expecting to get like gas attacked anytime soon. I'm not expecting to be trapped in an underground cavern slowly filling with water, although that would be terrifying and is one of my worst fears. But I need to know. I'm just gonna leave. That was just like, it's the fucking one. Oh my god, that bat was ridiculous. And you need to know that information, so you do it, you try and time yourself, and it's all good. So I decided I needed to do this, so I held my breath, went underwater, and I thought that I'd done it for about 45 seconds. I thought I'd held my breath for 45 seconds, whereas the actual result, can you guess, while I get this floor's items, dun dun dun. So for now, we are going to get ourselves, well, we'll go for the soy milk. That's what we'll do. We'll go for the soy milk and have quite the little flowery range of explosions. And, well, what floor are we on? Caves 2? Yeah, I'll also grab myself the analog stick. So we can basically stand in the middle of the room and just lovely explosive rain everywhere, coming from this lovely central point that you can't even see me. Isn't it great? But I just realized I could technically just walk around, and because the amount of explosions that I'm churning out probably just blast my way through every room irrelevant of the enemies. So after looking at this timer, I was actually holding my breath for 1 minute 47 seconds. And the average is around 2 minutes, so it's not actually that good. But I'm happy it was longer than 40 seconds. Apparently time, your estimation of time is really slowed down underwater, which I think is an interesting phenomenon. And it makes sense, because you can't really hear anything. You're just focusing on your own, well, not breathing, but you know what I mean, your heart, you can feel it in your chest, and it really does feel like slow motion, and it's quite the intense experience. I mean, it's a lot of fun deliberately putting yourself in a potentially fatal scenario, even though secretly you know that you're safe. Like, I used to pretend to get my leg stuck in pools and try and pretend I was about to drown. Look, I was a weird kid, I admit. I mean, I guess to be fair, it's kind of the same mentality that people like skydiving, you know, it's the thrill of what could go wrong that really drives it, and, you know, I used to get up to a lot of pool shenanigans, in fact, now that I think about it. But yeah, 1 minute 47. I think that's not bad. I mean, obviously, I'd like to compare times with all of you guys, but I don't know how many people are going to watch this, or maybe pause it, go fill the sink with water, and dunk their faces with a stopwatch. And I'm not sure I want to be responsible for that happening either, but again, I would still be totally happy about that. Alright, what have we gonna get to? What have we gonna get? What have we gonna get here? So, we're going to add a ring of protection. Yes, we are. And we're also going to be getting a load of angelic prisms, because it's very, very good. It turns it obviously into the 4, but it extends the color of the explosion cloud, and you can end up with some really, really cool stuff happening. So let's fill up on prisms, and then we'll get like the final topping off items towards the end. Well, I say the end, on like literally the next floor. I love being able to take so many of them. It's so satisfying. I'm very excited for the next booster pack, though. Like, I'm really curious what's going to go into it, because I need more things to synergize. I just love it so much. So now if we do this, I mean, is that not awesome? Like, already? Like, it's just really cool, right? And even when we have that, we have, like, lovely little flashes everywhere. Everything's darker, and it's just this fantastic little ring of colourful explosions around me. And really, I don't even think it needs to go past this, although, obviously, you know, I've never been one to stop at a modest level, so of course we are going to go past this. But I really do like it. It's just a lovely colour blitz of explosions through the rooms, which is fantastic. And there we go. Looking good. Careful. I say careful. I mean, look at this. I'm careful. Goddamn careful. Alright, hello Loki. How are you doing? Probably not very well, and yes, there you go. Alright, so we need to make a few little nuancey adjustments to this to actually get to... I just told a story about how I felt the need to see how long I could hold my breath as a 24-year-old man. I don't know if that raises more questions than it answers, to be fair. Alright, so what we need to do is get a lot of mushrooms. We need a fair amount, because what we need to do is actually reduce our shot speed to a fairly minimal amount, as well as obviously raise our tiers, but we need to get minimum shot speed, because we want the explosions to be just outside the ring like that. So as you see, there we go, looking good. Hell, I really like just staring at the peak of the sort of smoke from the explosions, because it starts to fade out and it all meshes together, and you actually start to see other colours. You see shades of green, there's a bit of purple, there's some orange. It actually mixes the colours of the explosions together, and that's very, very cool to me. So, we're also... I'm going to add a few little extras. Yes, we are. We're going to get Cricket's body. We're going to grab a little bit of Deadeye. Look at it, look at it, look at it. Boom, 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 boom. So now we start to really see a color mix. And also, it starts to break a little bit, which I really, really like. You see that there's just these random balls of color that are larger than my tiers appearing all over the place. I have no idea why that happens. It also lags the game to hell, because of course it does. And then we also want ourselves a little bit of Godhead, just for a few little light flash, just a few little light flashes, you know, just a tiny amount of light flashes. So we go to the big empty room then and get this going. We can see some really cool stuff starting to take form. We're mixing all of the smoke all around us. There's random extra balls coming out, and we're basically in quite the little party mode. But it's just this ring of mixing color smoke that I absolutely love. And the thing is, if I try and walk away from it while firing, we end up having just this awesome situation where, I mean, I just look at it. I don't need to explain what your eyes are visually seeing, because you're all capable of processing audiovisual information, I would hope. So really, you can see for yourself that this is quite the party disco experience. And what we can do is raise up the darkness levels a little bit, so if you prefer it like that, because now everything's just brighter, whereas if we bring it down, we start to have this flash. But if we do it as like a boom, 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 so you see just the flash, boom, like the light going, pulsing out and in. See, that's my sound effects for it. Now, we do have a little bit further to go on the next floor, but we're very much here, because you could add Tech Zero to this and have them connecting and turn up the brightness, but I really don't think it's that necessary, because we just start to have... I mean, it's just lovely. I like light flashes. I really, really do. And we've not really played around too much with the... explosive color splitting everywhere, because I kind of wanted to do a Dr. Fetus synergy, but it just wasn't quite the same, honestly. Like, it really wasn't quite the same. It kind of needed this extra little bit of oomph to properly make it work. Like, we didn't need bombs going about the place. It just wasn't quite what I was after. And yeah, call me a perfectionist as we Synergy Lab, but I think we can definitely say this would be something amazing to get on a normal run, and very unlikely. And that honestly is really, to me, the essence of Finishy Lab. Yes, Finishy Lab. Getting something that is incredibly unlikely on a normal run, that is a lot of fun, and obviously very visually cool as well. Hey, here we go. We got a little bit of extra brimstone fun on top of that one, because that's just how I roll. Alright, do we care about any of these in particular? Not really, so let's get teleport. Like how I could just straight up leave. So I wonder if I could actually get away with just this in this one. I don't know what causes it, by the way, to break and have these tiers that are coming out that aren't actually... well, my tiers, really, are they? Because even the Cricket's body, the splittings is still Ipecac. So I just don't know what causes it. And I like just releasing bursts and then letting them explode. because it still keeps the spherical nature. So, vroom, over there, and then vroom, over there, then vroom. It's just so perfect. You just do a quick round. You got to have quick APM on those arrows, and you just leave little circle bombs appearing everywhere, and it's fantastic. I do wish there was a way to make the prisms invisible, because I think that would be kind of cooler, but at the same time I have no idea how you'd even go about that. I mean, actually, technically speaking, you could replace the texture of them with something invisible, and then you could have them changing into that in mid-air. That could actually be a really fantastic idea. I do like how we're painting the entire floor green. One thing I think is a real shame is I really wanted Mysterious Liquid or Ipecac to respect the color of the explosions when it covers the floor in its slime, because if the floor was covered in these 4 colors at once, that would be so fantastic. It really would. Okay, come on, throw more enemies at me. Oh yeah, pool shenanigans. Oh, I love being in water. I don't know what it is about it, but I absolutely love it. Water parks are one of my best ideas of a fantastic time. But I really love being underwater as well. I think it's just so peaceful and lovely, and you can think, and it's just such a silent paradise to me, is being underwater. And a lot of the time, I'm not really too aware of where I'm going, because I don't mind opening my eyes underwater, but a lot of the time I don't really pay attention. So the amount of problems that's accidentally, like, I mean, just from straight up swinging, yes, just from straight up swinging, let's not interpret that in any other way. Just from straight up swimming into people with a nice underwater headbutt, it's always a fun one. We don't need homing bombs, no we do not. But I think my favorite one, which I'll tell you about once we've got the pièce de résistance, and actually the pièce de résistance involves good old friend turret. I mean, it doesn't make it necessarily better or worse, it's just a very different way of displaying this, as well as the fact that we are going to be getting a little bit of anti-gravity, because now we have minus to the maximum tier cap, as well as a way to guarantee a very nice little look here. So we go around and then, okay, no, I didn't do it right. There we go. Is that moment not just amazing as they all split and then the smoke mixing as it fades and just this ring of the flash of power of all of the colors? Is that not wonderful? And you got to really be precise on the arrows as you do it. And obviously you can go mental and start having up a ridiculous like breakage. Like, I don't even know why some of them just don't end up being actual explosives. Like, if we do this, you see, it goes so weird, but then if you just keep throwing it out, it's absolutely lovely, and you just end up in this absolutely disco party, a mix between explosions and just random balls. But my favorite thing is you can use this synergy to have a jail. I mean, look at this. Is this not just absolutely mental to begin with? Like look at it. It's just ridiculous. I don't even know what's really happening here. It's just absolutely nuts. But then if we let it just be normal and have these explosions everywhere, once we actually go in it, we can't leave. It acts like a barrier wall that keeps me in this circle of explosions as long as I don't go over the middle, and I actually can't leave for the most part. You have to literally either force yourself out slowly or go over the middle and then quickly run away, because it just acts as this artificial barrier because of the way the prisms interwork with it. And obviously this applies to enemies as well, so you can actually end up creating this really lovely explosive prison that you just can't leave from without a great deal of effort, and I think that is really, really wonderful. So my favorite one then, definitely my favorite one, is I was swimming along underwater, not really paying attention, kind of had my eyes closed. I felt something knock into me, and I was like, oh, bloody golly gosh, I've hit a person again. This is so embarrassing. And I just came up to the surface to have a look what was going on, maybe apologize. And then as I breached the water, I looked to my left, oh, hello person. I looked to my right, oh, hello person. Then I looked kind of behind me and to the left, hello person, and then so on and so forth. You can imagine where this is going. I basically ended up in a situation. Oh, that was the boss. I didn't even notice. I I ended up in a situation where I'd managed to swim into a circle of people who were just kind of stood chilling and talking in the pool, and surfaced in the middle of them like some really creepy aquatic animal known as the Jark. It's a combination of Josh and Shaq, though perhaps Shark is way too cool for what I did. And they're all just looking at me incredulously, like I'm just like, sup, how you all doing? What we talking about? It's good. And then as one of them started to say, excuse me, the only thing I could think to do as a solution as my young self was to immediately take a huge breath, submerge again, and push past and swim underwater away from them, because I didn't want to face that. Are you kidding me? Why would I want to face that? It's an awful idea. Oh, it was so bad. It really was. But I don't regret it, because it's hilarious. And, ooh, I would have had a Judas's shadow in here. Pretty good. I love the light flashing. That is an unfortunate occurrence for that hand. Alright, Hush, let's see how you like my loveliness. That's the question. A lovely little disco colour party. I choose this room! Oh god, that was tragically awful. That was really, really something special. Alright, you need to just die. Oh, that looks so cool when it's all going at one person. Look at that! Oh, that's fantastic. Alright, so I kind of want to be in the center of the room, and whoa, that initial flash of color as well. That was fantastic. Alright, here we go. Here's our disco, disco, disco. Like, you can just see right now with what is happening on your screen, you can see the we could totally have one of those kid raves that totally, because I am down with the youngsters happening here. No, how dare you! Oh, Hush, you do not want to be on that turret. Oh, no. Oh, Hush, what have you done? Oh, that is not good. That is exploding inside you. Okay. That is... I'm gonna try and put my prism in, but I can't do it. Oh, you killed yourself, you foolish fool! Even Merrick could have done a better job than that. Oh, God, down to the delirium floor we go. That was so tragic. That's more tragic than my social ineptitude. Well, actually, maybe not. There's nary a few things more tragic than that. There really isn't. Okay. I am excited to see how the delirium deals with this. I mean, in terms of a defensive synergy, I think this is pretty damn good. I think visually it's pretty damn good. Power level may be lower than others, though it did just kill the Hush very quick. But then again, he did sit on an explosive turret. I mean, granted, that took some serious Hushy balls, but at the same time, it's a little bit on the stupid side of things. Let's not deny that fact. And did I guess it first time? No, I've not even cleared the room. Who dare survives? I mean, sensible dingle dangle. I mean, let nobody... Oh, okay. That's convenient. Hello, delirium. Get ready for our party. Is there a load of colour just stuck on the turret itself? I think there is, actually. That's fantastic. Did I actually kill... Oh, no, he's also sat himself on it. Why do you do this? Why are all of these bosses so suicidal? Why? Stop, delirium, you need to leave. There we go. Okay, I actually can't get to my turret. Hey, there we go. Alright, managed it. Nope. I can't get to my turret. This is so sad. No, he's gonna die. It's too powerful. It's too powerful. The disco color party explosions are too much. Oh, man. Oh, I love just walking around the outside of this. It's absolutely fantastic. I love it. I love it. Alright, guys, like you've enjoyed this, subscribe for more, and now we'll see you next time. Goodbye.